GPT 5.5 dropped about 24 hours ago, and here's 10 things you need to know. So first of all, it's built for real work, right? So we're pivoting from more of like the assistant that answers your questions to an assistant that can do coding, research, data analysis, create documents, spreadsheets, and stuff like that, right? So it's not just a chat, it's more of like something that does actions and you can control. So here's a little post on Reddit. If I come through here, you know, it's focused on real work. If we come down, the dude's written here that it looks like the main focus is not just normal chatting, but actually completing work inside ChatGPT and Codex. So Codex, guys, is basically how you use ChatGPT to do all the quote-unquote work. And it's basically what I would describe as a super app. You know, it's a do everything app. This is what they're pivoting into. This is one of my friends, actually. He was using Codex. Essentially, he didn't know what to have for dinner, right? So he asked Codex, you know, help me plan my dinner, and it created this sort of, you know, creamy garlic chicken, and it has all the recipe here, exactly how to cook it. Codex actually went onto the supermarket, right? So this is like the supermarket website, and actually started checking out all the items for him. So then, you know, Woolworths is our local supermarket, so it actually added all those things into Woolworths and, you know, added it to his cart. So that just really drives home the point that it's built for real work. Number 2, Codex is the headline. So this actually goes into the first one as what I was talking about. You know, Codex is the everything app. So you can see here they actually did a blog post about it. They said Codex is for everything, and that's the mindset they want you to be in. Like, instead of using ChatGPT on the web, download Codex, because Codex can basically take control of your whole computer. And you're probably thinking, well, how does that work? Well, I'll show you. Up here, they're using Codex, right? And it's created this tic-tac-toe game, but then it's actually gone out and it's actually playing that tic-tac-toe game by looking at the screen and by clicking with your mouse. So exactly how a human does it, right? Number 3, stronger agentic coding. So this is OpenAI's own benchmark they put out, so I would take it with a grain of salt, but you can see this red outline here is basically the best or highest score, and ChatGPT 5.5, ChatGPT 5.5, and then also 5.5 Pro basically do the best every single time. This is their own benchmark, so I would take it with a grain of salt. You know, they're always going to cherry pick and make their benchmark in such a way where it makes them look the best. And what I think it would be really interesting is to see Mythos actually compared as well. So, you know, how did ChatGPT 5.5 do and how did Mythos do? Because it would be really interesting for me to see the deficit. You know, what, is it 20 points off? Are they 10 points off? Are they 5 points off? I think Terminal Bench is potentially a real hard one. I'm not too sure about the benchmarks, but you know, obviously it's one of the frontier models at this point. If we come down, it's more context efficient, right? So basically, OpenAI have come out and said, you know, it does more for less, or it does the same amount for way less type thing. But you can see it uses significantly fewer tokens to complete the same, basically making it more efficient and more capable. And along those same lines as well, we have the very same photo of that tweet. If we come over here, it's the same speed as 5.4. You know, there's no trade-off. Like, if you're using 5.4 in production, you want to switch it out, there's not going to be a big difference in speed, right? Like, it's still the same speed. So you can see per token latency in real world serving is exactly the same. Number 6 is that it has better computer use, right? So it scored higher in the computer use benchmarks. It's better at clicking, typing, navigating UIs. That really goes on to what, you know, I said in the beginning of this video, where they're basically trying to create an everything app that can control your computer and stuff like that. So if we come through here, some more benchmarks, right? It's better at doing, you know, real world tasks. This one here, I'm pretty sure they give them like heaps of capture the flags where they have to go out, read spreadsheets, create different reports and stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's just another benchmark. And we got huge context window. So this one, in my opinion, is kind of the norm at this point. You know, we have a 1 million token via API. But what's real interesting, guys, is here, Codex actually has a 400,000 context window. So a little bit smaller, which, I mean, I think if the compactor's right, you know what I mean, it's got the right auto compaction, it doesn't actually matter about the context window, because this is more like, it's more of an agent harness, if anything. Number 9, it costs more than 5.4. The difference between 5.5 and 5.4 is almost twofold, right? So it's actually twice as expensive. So you can see here it's $2.50, and then over here we have $5 for GPT 5.5, and same with the input output. So it was $15, now it's $30. And then lucky last, we have the GPT 5.5 Pro. So they always do this, or I mean occasionally do this, but they add on a Pro version that's like nearly $200 total in and out. So you can see it's really expensive, guys. Like it's $30 in, $180 out. That is just like very expensive. That's one of the most expensive models, to be honest. And they have these, you know, these are for I guess the more higher end enterprise users that really need some serious, you know, tool calling or whatever the hell they're doing. But it's got slightly higher accuracy, and yeah, I guess it just probably allocates more thinking tokens or whatever, and it's just a slightly better model. So that was 10 things you need to know about 5.5. And the cherry on the cake, guys, what I've actually done is I've actually put, you know, down here they're saying, you know, stronger coding. So I'm like, you know, let's test it out, right? So I have Codex open here. My goal was to create a scene, a voxel scene of a pirate ship in the middle of the ocean, and it actually used the image, like it generated an image, and I was like, that's not what I wanted to do. So I was thinking about, like, you know, coding. Actually, what does that mean? That means creating, you know, HTML file, and then it actually gave me the HTML file when I asked for it. But you can see I can open it up here, and this is what it's created. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't really have much to comment about it other than, you know, it looks pretty decent. I'd have to prompt it a bit more times to get it, you know, working properly. But you can see there's like kind of some little waves, and you can see the ships bobbing up and down in the ocean, and it does indeed look like a pirate ship, you know, up the top on that flag. There's like a little, up the top here, there's like a little skull and crossbones. But yeah, guys, that was the video. So let me know in the comments how you guys are finding 5.5. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay frosty.